What? What is it? What? Is it time for a coffee video? Yeah? Well, let's go do it. Oh, that jingle must mean it's time for a coffee video. Both of you want coffee videos. What do you think of that? Hello and welcome back to another coffee tasting video. I hope you enjoyed our little intro with our dogs. We wish you all happy holidays. And if it's your first time here, this is a Nespresso-centric channel. We deal with the virtual line and the original line of Nespresso. So if that's what you're looking for, you have found the right channel. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time we drop a new video, which is normally on Tuesday. Moving on, we have, don't forget, the contest started this week. Submit your photos for your, where you enjoy your first cup of coffee in the morning, whatever that may be. You can check out nespressoreview.com for the rules of that contest and submit your entries at nespressowinner@gmail.com. The winners will be announced on December 29th's video. That will be for the patrons and for the YouTube submissions. That should be a fun video. We're going to do basically a year in review. We're going to look at all the stuff that's come out, our favorites across the year. So that should be a fun video. Look for that one on December 29th. But without further ado, we have this week's star attraction. I guess you could say it was sort of voted on by the patrons. It was the second selection for this week. We were in the Scottsdale store this weekend, and this is Barista. It's interesting because they released it as a holiday flavor, but if you look at their listing, they actually are calling it Barista Creations Nespresso Exclusives Chocolate Fudge. And what the gentleman told me is even though it's being released as a holiday flavor, it's going to be in the permanent lineup. This is the Chocolate Fudge one by Nespresso. Let's take a look at what they have to say. The Aromatic Profile Barista Creations Chocolate Fudge is for chocolate flavor lovers. My wife is literally behind the camera raising her hand. Enjoy the round and smooth coffee with notes of biscuit and an elegant dark chocolate flavor. So usually your dark chocolates tend to have a little bit of that stronger or bitter chocolate. So we're gonna have to see how that plays out. The roasting, the Arabica coffees and Barista Creations Chocolate Fudge are split roasted. The Brazilian beans are roasted medium dark and quickly to develop their sweetness. And a second split gives virtual flavored coffee its velvety texture. We add the chocolate fudge flavor after the roasting. It's interesting. I was feeling this and it feels heavy. Like, I don't know why this box of coffee has so much more weight to it than others, but this is a heavier box of coffee. The pour is a 7.7 ounce pour, so it's a standard pour. Virtual line. Let's take a look at these pods. We got, oop, one of them stuck at the bottom there. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, nice. So it's got a kind of a brown, has a hint of brass in it. It's almost got like a chocolate or a fudge swirl across the top of it, which is kind of cool. And then on the bottom, it is actually labeled chocolate fudge. Chocolate flavor lovers, biscuit notes, dark chocolate, chocolate fudge. Let's go brew a cup. I was just, again, I handed them to my wife, I don't know what's going on in here, but this is distinctly heavier than these. Like, noticeably heavier. Huh. All right, chocolate fudge, round one. Let's get this guy going. All right, coffee's done. Again, probably just kind of a medium roast, about a 5-6 level. Boy, they said chocolate lovers? Yeah. Holy cow. All you smell is chocolate, and they say chocolate fudge. Yeah, it smells like a big glass of fudge. Let's go give it a taste. I'm gonna stir in just a little bit of the crema here. It feels, I know this is kind of weird to say, it feels thick stirring it. That makes sense? I don't know, that's weird. Anyways, all right, chocolate fudge, let's give it a taste. It's got a little bit of the chocolate is very good. In fact, it's, boy, this one's gonna be a very difficult one to describe. There's a little bit of a bitter taste right in the beginning. It's very unique. So you get a little bit of a bitter taste right in the beginning. It then starts kind of tasting just a little bit sweet. Then it gets just a little bit sweeter. Then it tastes almost like milk chocolate and then ends with a fudge flavor. That's kind of how it seems to go over my palate, is it's almost like it's developing as you taste it. It starts off kind of as a bitter chocolate, and then as it sits in your mouth and you kind of are tasting it, it seems to almost change into kind of like a sweeter milk chocolate, and then ends with a very distinct fudge note. That is very interesting. So far, pleasant. There's something else in there though. There's just an underlying, what did they say? They said biscuit. I don't know if I taste biscuit. I don't know what that other flavor is. It could be the biscuit. It doesn't taste anything bready or cookie or doughy or anything like that to me. It's, if anything, it's almost just an ever so slight hint almost of floral. That's kind of what that, when I really concentrate on what that secondary flavor is, it tastes almost a little bit floral, but that wonderful bitter chocolate and then the sweet chocolate and that fudge note at the end, it's very dominant. The coffee overall, I would say, is a good, probably 3-4 for the body. I don't think it's got much for bitter, more than that chocolate bitter, but that chocolate bitter is different than a coffee bitter. So this tastes like it's the bitter is coming from the chocolate, not the coffee. So I would say the bitter on the coffee is kind of low, but I believe the acid level is probably up there a little bit. I get a little bit of an acidic, lingering aftertaste of acid, which I would say is somewhere in the neighborhood of 3. So I'm not sure where exactly it falls, but that would be my guess, my pick apart on it. The body is very thick, is the best way I can say it. But overall, very pleasant. Yeah, very pleasant. The barista creations are always meant to be put with milk. So we will try it with some milk. They really don't give us a recipe or anything to go by. So we're gonna go by our defaults, which are the 3-4 ounces of milk. Yeah, this is so far pretty good. It's got a, if I had a slight critique, it's a little bit of that lingering, and it tastes a little bit acidic. That would be my only critique, is I wish the acid level or whatever that lingering aftertaste is that's still in my mouth now, I wish that was a little bit less, but I think it's the acid level. So let's go round 2. Let's go brew another cup. You want to try it?
No. Yeah, I do. I have a really good cup of coffee from that last batch. Now I'm getting a touch of that bitter from maybe the chocolate. No, you're not going to put that. No, absolutely not, Sterling.
I'm so tempted to leave that in there. Just like a little snippet of it. Oh, goodness. I'm going to tell you all something very funny happened in between these two takes. If you're laughing with me right this moment, then it was left in. If you're not laughing and you have no point of reference, it was not left in. But either way, I think at some point it's gonna make a oh, this is just gonna go bad for the rest of the day. Chocolate fudge round 2. Let's get this guy going. We're gonna get this one going, and then it's the Barista Creations again. So we're gonna use right around 4 ounces of milk, somewhere right in there. I think I actually about 3.5. So we're gonna put this guy in. We'll do this first just with the milk. We'll let the flavor of that come through first. All right, our coffee's done. Let's get this in here. I say it every time, and every time I enjoy it. That is just cool looking. Can't even smell the chocolate anymore. Let's go give it a taste. As opposed to the other one that was released, this one really hasn't had any separation, so I'm gonna guess that the oil layer is low, so I'm not sure what's contributing to that thicker mouthfeel and that thicker feeling of the coffee. Chocolate fudge, 3.5 ounces of milk. Let's give it a taste. That is really good. Yeah. Again, you're getting more of the sweeter chocolate now, less of the bitter. It feels like it starts off at first you taste just more of the coffee, and then by the time that the actual chocolate flavor is coming through, It's kind of just a wonderful sweet chocolate, and then very quickly that fudge flavor comes through. This one, I think if you took this one and the pinwheel and put them together, I think you'd almost end up with kind of a cool match. I'm gonna do something off camera really quick, and it's just for my own curiosity, but this is, yeah, that's very good. Nice and smooth, very velvety texture. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna do something, I'll be right back. We're back. I found a use for the carafe. So what I did off camera is I took 1 pod of the pinwheel, 1 pod of the chocolate fudge, and I just brewed them into the carafe. I kind of have a sneaking suspicion these two are gonna work very well together. So let's take a taste here. Pinwheel and chocolate fudge. Let's give it a taste. Boy, that initial hit of whatever that bitter is throwing off the peppermint. It's okay. I don't know that this would be something that I would do again. It's whatever that initial hit of bitter is, and I believe it's coming from this one, is covered up with the sweetness that's in this. But for some reason, when you blend the two, let me get just a little bit of milk and see if that kind of smooths them out. I just want to add in just a little bit of milk here, and then add just a little more coffee. Oop. Break my craft the second week I own it. No. So it's something, these two just don't, these two independent of each other are both good. Something, I don't know what it is, this clashes. Yeah, see, that's still good. So it's something between the peppermint and this chocolate fudge. And I thought they were gonna work together good because I figured a little bit of chocolate fudge. In fact, I want to add just a little bit more chocolate. Let's start with 1 pump and just see. That might be the ticket there. Wow. Now you, wow. I think if this would have been put in at a full glass, I think this would have been perfect with 1 pump. It's a hair, for me, a hair sweet, but that kind of just, I think it brings it together even better than it already was. But this was good all the way around. So let's take a look at what they're doing. Alrighty, so we got Barista Creations, Nespresso Exclusives, Chocolate Fudge, $1.10 a pod. We always have to go back to what do they tell us to do with it. With this one, they mentioned a cup of coffee. It was good. As a cup of coffee, it was good. A slight bit, and this is the after, it's sitting there on your tongue a little bit. It's slightly acidic for me. I'm gonna guess it's somewhere up around the 3-4 range, somewhere in there. I don't know, they don't list it. With milk, that went away. You're just getting that sweeter chocolate, that wonderful velvety texture, and then that fudge flavor basically at the end. Just a very pleasant cup of coffee. So again, The Barista Creations primarily made for adding milk to. So as it is, great, good. I believe had we done 1 pump of chocolate in the beginning in that whole cup, it would have been one of those where I would have said, oh, that just, knocked it out of the park. This was very, very, very good with the 1 pump of chocolate. It's just a hair on the sweet side for me. And so for that reason, I believe had we done it originally with the added volume, I think we would have had a great, great cup of coffee. We got 2 hits in 1 week. You have Pinwheel and now Chocolate Fudge. Throw them in your cart, enjoy them for the holidays. I don't think you can go wrong either way. I think your guests and yourself are going to enjoy the flavors that they've put out. Keep in mind, you don't need to load up on the chocolate fudge one, as it, according to the gentleman at Nespresso, is going to be in the permanent lineup. So this is a wonderful welcome addition. I think you honestly can't go wrong with either one of these. This one's good, so yes, purchase 4 out of 5 pods. That'll bring us to the end of another video. I thank you so much for your time. If you're entering the contest, remember, send your entries to nespressowinner@gmail.com. If you need the rules for the contest, please visit nespressowreview.com. And to all my patrons whose names are going down the side here, thank you so much for your support. The patrons have just helped grow this channel, and as the channel grows, so does my ability to give away better prizes and have more contests for you guys. And that's what this is all about. Let's create a great community. Let's have a even better 2021 with our podhead fellow family and enjoy each other that way with wonderful coffees going on into the future. If you would like to see something, please drop that down in the comment. I'll do my best to get it out to you. If you would like to help support the channel directly, join us over at Patreon. That's patreon.com/IPON70. It's the same as the channel, or you can find a link off of our website. Until next Tuesday, have a great rest of your day.